My name is Marlee Wilkerson. I'm 17 years old. I go to Graves County High School. My parents are Jennifer and Nathan Wilkerson. I have two brothers, Jet and Asher. I've always gone to church as a little kid, and I remember one night I was at my grandma's house and I just started crying so much because I just needed to give my life to Christ. So I was spending the night there, and my parents came down there and talked to me, and I got saved that night.
There was one story in particular that came up. It had to do with the first Founders Day after you and your family came here. I think maybe it had something to do with a baggie filled with change. Does any of that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. Like, do you remember how old you were? Tell me how that came about.
I was probably around 6 years old whenever I came here, and I remember that I had a piggy bank full of change. So we put it all in a bag. My parents agreed to it. I talked to them about it, and they were like, yeah. And so I put all of that change into a bag, and I brought it to church and was ready to give it.
Why at such a young age?
I felt that there was a reason for this, and I wanted to help in any way I could. I heard all these announcements about Founders Day and all these offerings, and I heard my family talking about it, and so I wanted to be a part in that.
What are other areas of your life that you would say are in the same spirit of giving?
I feel like giving my time, going on many different mission trips, like to the Middle East and Arizona. I tagged along with my mom, going to different women's events, and I went at a young age, and that just led to more and more growing relationships with those other women around, and that led me to be involved in Mission Friends. Starting Mission Friends meant that I got to teach the younger generations about missions around the world, which is very near and dear to my heart because I feel like I'm called to do that.
Is there anything about that you found that has surprised you about giving and serving? Like, have you had an opportunity to say, wow, that really does make a difference?
Going on mission trips, I didn't think that it would grow me as much as it has. I used to not talk at all. I used to be so shy, and going on these things has helped me to talk to people and get to know them, and asking even where they're from. It just opens up a conversation that nobody would even realize. And it's just so much fun to get to know people and communicate with them and be a leader in all those aspects of missions. And going to Arizona, it was just very eye-opening.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to talk with someone about the importance of giving and the impact it's made in your life, the impact it's made for the gospel, your walk with Christ, if you could encourage someone to dive in, what would you say?
I would say that it's very important to do so. One small act of giving can lead to one big impact in God's kingdom, and it really just makes a big difference in your life.
Wow. What an encouraging time to sit down with Marlee Wilkerson, one of our youth here at FBC Mayfield, and hear her story about how giving is making a major impact, not just for the kingdom, but in her own personal life. I think sometimes we forget that at all ages, there are places we can serve, that God has called us not just to give of finances. That's just the beginning. There's so much more of our own gifts and our opportunities and abilities that we have to give for the kingdom of God. For of him and through him and to him are all things. To him be the glory forever. Amen.